This video is essentially an edited down and combined version of two Miipasta reading streams I did recently. You can, also really tell through those full streams why I mainly do scripted video content. I have horrific memory, I struggle with pronunciation and reading, I could go on. Regardless, I hope you enjoy. The full streams are also available on my channel if you desire to watch them in full.
This is mostly just me messing around. I'm probably just gonna read like a couple short Miipastas for now. Also, I have no idea how delayed this thing is. Okay, put it in my server. I'm really glad to know you like my videos. I put a lot of work into them. I have no idea which one of these little things I'm gonna start with. Also, I will forever love the one Miipasta simply called Wii Sports. There's just Wii Sports and then there's me. I love that so much. I also don't know how noticeable it is in my videos, but I have a slight lisp. So I have that and I have dyslexia, so this is gonna be so fun. Not being able to edit like 50 million different takes of the story. Obviously the warnings are right up here, but I mean it's Miipastas, you kind of expect some random stuff to be happening in here anyway. The year was 2006, and the Nintendo Wii was the most popular video game system. On its launch day, countless households gathered eagerly around their television screens, ready to experience the revolutionary, motion-based gaming console. Among them was 10-year-old Ethan, whose parents had kindly purchased him the Wii. With trembling hands, he connected it to his television and eagerly tore into the packaging. Okay, I didn't even pick this up until now about the fact that how do you connect something to your TV before you even open the package? Wait a minute! Yeah, this is my first time on live, by the way. Also glad to know I am not, the only one who has a hard time reading, and glad to know that you cannot hear my fan. Because it's really loud in here. Okay. As midnight approached, Ethan decided to indulge in a game of Wii Sports, despite the unnerving advice he had heard whispered online. Hi, Vera! Hi! Yes, the creatures are, I don't know, they're going crazy right now. I think one of them vanished because I swear Felix was here and I don't know what happened. Hi! Hi, Vera! I love these goofy bugs so much. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to scroll that. I did not mean to scroll. No. Where was I? Shoot. Despite the unnerving advice he had heard whispered online. According to the rumors, playing Wii Sports at 3 a.m. on the Wii's launch day could lead to unsettling consequences. I don't know what their problem is. They're so goofy. I love these little bugs, even if they stop me from drawing more than half the time. Un Undeterred, Ethan slipped the Wii Sports disc into the console and powered it on. The familiar Mii channel greeted him, but as the clock ticked past the bewitching hour, the atmosphere in the room noticeably shifted. His Mii, which had previously beamed with a cheerful expression, now wore a sinister grin. The room seemed to grow colder, and Ethan felt a creeping unease wash over him. He cautiously started up Wii Sports and selected tennis and stepped up to the Wii remote. Oh no, this is not the Wii Deleted You wiki. This is the Miipastas wiki. This is my own wiki. I should probably figure out how I can link it because I don't think it shows up in search results. I'm just gonna send the link in the chat. Can I pin it? Yes, I can. There we go. Y'all are just gonna be immediately sent to Eto. I mean, Eto. Eto. I need to get used to calling him Eto. I'm not used to calling him Eto. It's pronounced Eto. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to reading. I don't exactly remember where I was. Oh, there we go. He cautiously started up Wii Sports and selected tennis and stepped up to the Wii remote. I also work on Remembrance. Remembrance! I can't, shoot, I need to break that habit. I keep calling it Remembrance. Remembrance. I love calling it Remembrance. It's so goofy. JD, I'm so sorry. As as he struck the virtual ball, it flew erratically, as if possessed by an unseen force. The tennis court echoed with the haunting sound of glass shattering. Fear coursed through Ethan's veins as he turned to face the television screen. The stadium was consumed by an eerie red glow, and the tennis court was strewn with broken Wii remotes. Out of the darkness emerged a grotesque figure, a twisted representation of his own Mii. Its eyes burned with an infernal fire, and its smile contorted into a malevolent sneer. Wow, I did that first time this time instead of stumbling over it. You shouldn't have played this, it hissed, in a voice that sent shivers down Ethan's spine. Now you shall pay the price. With a swift motion, the monstrous Mii lunged towards Ethan, its sharp claws extended. As it reached for him, the screen went black, and the Wii abruptly shut off. Ethan was left alone in the darkness, his heart pounding in his chest. He stumbled over to the television and fumbled for the power button. As it flickered back to life, he started up Wii Sports again. and he could see that the tennis court was once again filled with cheerful Miis, and the shattered Wii remotes had vanished. Had it all been a nightmare? Ethan couldn't be sure. But from that day forward, he never dared to play Wii Sports at 3 a.m. again. I love this story just because of the very specific title of it. It's so long. I actually like the descriptive choice for never play Wii Sports at 3 a.m. during the Wii's launch day. I hate saying that full name out loud, but I like the description. It's just, yeah, there could be more. Alright. I'm gonna start reading. Well, I can. JD, stop throwing fireballs at me! I'm gonna get you. You do this all the time. I'm gonna send all the diseaselings to your location. You know what, whatever, I'll just read it. Okay, the TikToks are like, oh, what is it? There's like this one goofy creepypasta that unnerved me when I was younger. It had like a 3D model, and it was like called something room. I don't remember what the first word was. It was some like person's room. It was supposed to be like the supposed canceled Nickelodeon show, and it has like an extremely similar vibe, and it actually kind of unnerved me just because I hate that one particular creepypasta a lot. That's just disease in a nutshell. Okay, I'm gonna actually read this now. Meto is a glitch that happened after one of the main frames in the servers broke. He was an unsaved test character that forced his file to be hidden. He became sentient after a week of the file disappearing from the creator's desktop. By naming your Mii in the Mii Maker, James. Why is the Mii Maker quotation marked but not... Okay. By naming your Mii in Mii Maker, James, you will get the Meto glitch. I have no idea if I'm even pronouncing this right. He will be stuck on your screen. Meto craves flesh. Meto was never human, but he wants to be. He wants to take the flesh form somebody who tries to irritate him. He wants to crawl into their skeleton. I hate that visual. Anyway, and take over their nervous system. Meto wants to physically remove somebody from their own body and wear their skin. He craves their skin. He wants to be warm. He's always been cold. He's never been warm before. He wants to be set free. Meto will mimic stuff that he hears through the microphone of the device. Ooh, he heard a woman be brutally beat by her ex. I told you to stay the fuck out of my house. Come back. Ugh. He doesn't understand what peace is. All he has ever felt is never-ending unsufferable pain. Meto is going to free himself no matter what. I'm not clicking on the TikTok link. I don't want to put that on. Yeah, there is a minor spelling mistake. creature. No, I'm not going to steal the evil link of doom and despair, truly. I like how one of the content warnings is just lots of swear words. I'm pretty sure Eto also has lots of swear words last I read it. You know what? I'm just gonna read it because I like Eto. Cuss words are evil, totally. Okay. April 21st, 2013. Hi, I'm Mike. I like horror and video games. And this is my experience with a Mii named Eto. Eto. It's my son. Well, not really my son, but my adopted son that I found on the streets with super rabies. He's the beast. I love him very much. Yes, JD, our adopted son, yes. I was in my room watching YouTube videos on my computer. Then I saw that the Wii was discontinued a long time ago. Then I thought to myself, didn't I have a Wii? So I went downstairs to ask my mom about the Wii. She said she didn't remember it, maybe because she's an old woman. Anyway, I searched for the Wii and searched and searched. Stop beating Eto with rocks. It's so mean. Mean to him. Then I remembered that all the stuff we don't use anymore goes into the basement. So I went there, and I was surprised that I actually found the Wii. But it was banged up and had some scratches on it. And some fingerprints on it that didn't belong to me. Whatever, probably from my mom bringing it down here. I don't know how you would see the fingerprints, but okay. JD, stop being mean. Tough love is not the answer. It's so cruel. Cruel to whatever the fuck Eto is supposed to even be. I brought it to my room, plugged it in, and the menu popped up. Ah, the nostalgia. Anyway, I saw that there were fewer games on it than I remember. Could have sworn I had Skyward Sword on there. When I noticed that, I just looked for something else to do on the Wii. Then I saw the Mii channel. Hey, I remember making Kirby on there. I clicked start on the Mii channel. It was empty. This isn't how I remember it. I look back at the chat, I just see putrid child. Everyone in here is being mean to Eto. Guys, we should all just unleash a bunch of egglings on JD. Yeah, Eto is essentially just Edeled with hair and like essentially just a mischaracterized version of Eteled, kind of. Basically take all those like mischaracterizations of Henry as like the most evil person in the world, totally. And that's just essentially Eto. It really was one of the best moments of all time. Edelyn, but with super rabies. This isn't how I remember it. I just made a new Mii with confusion. What was the Mii I made? Well, me. I got done with my Mii, and what I saw in the Mii channel scared me. It was another Mii with a spiky hairstyle that could never be put on Miis. And it had a big smile with big round eyes, with a big pupil in the middle, and 2 dots for a nose. I was confused. Why was it here? I had so many questions, but I clicked on it. His gender was male, and his name was Eto. I decided to delete him since he freaked me out. But then, when I deleted him, he appeared in the plaza again. Then he spoke.
Don't you dare!
That is as close as I'm gonna get on live, because I am so embarrassed by having to do this shit. He said, I was very confused. Then I started talking. How are you talking? I said. He responded saying,
You'll find out if your Mii survives.
why so sweet? I like the idea that he's just the opposites of Edelyn. Hello, new person. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I just like, okay, like, I like Eto having a high-pitched voice. And cause like Edelyn's eyes, like, his pupils dilate when he's mad. I like the idea that, like, Eto's, kinda like shrink. Yes, JD, your voice for Eto is great. My throat hurts already. God fucking damn it. What? What's gonna happen to my Mii? What's going on? How is it speaking? I then asked, what do you mean? Then Eto said,
If he survives this!
I'm not, okay, I absolutely have failed to do his voice, and I don't fucking care anymore. Nuclear Blue. No, we don't want to summon Jamie. I highly doubt he'll see this, but you know. Said it in a glitchy tone. Then he cut my Mii in half with an axe. I swear. I hate using UK spellings all the time because every time I think it's a misspelling and then I realize, no, it's not. That's not a misspelling. That's the way you spell it. Yeah, there is a ramen flavor that I think has Miku on it that is named after that very specific radiation type. Oh, Austin, this isn't you. This isn't the me I remember. Oh god, Eto is British. That's the scariest part. He's a Brit. I keep getting distracted by the chat. This is why I don't do live streams. This is exactly why. I screamed louder than I ever had. My Mii's organs were visible, and he was bleeding out. I then threw the Wii remote at the Wii, thereby knocking it over. It fell to the ground. My mom rushed up to my room. She asked what happened. I said, my Mii just got sliced in half. My mom then looked at me with a confused look. I think you're going crazy. Besides, you haven't eaten dinner yet. Come on, eat your dinner. It's ready. My mom said. She went back downstairs. Am I Going crazy? No, I know what I saw. Oh, wow, thanks, Mum. I don't know why that's like the dialogue there. It's so goofy. I mean, most of the dialogue is goofy, but like there specifically. Oh, okay, what about the ums? I'm scared. Of course you sent me the fucking neon blue Miku ramen! Oh my god. I'm going to get you, JD. I guess you could say we deleted you. Eto gotta check up his sleeve and it's gaslighting. Mom, I saw something traumatic. Nuh-uh. You sound goddamn stupid. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, I need to focus. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think Eto speaks once during this chapter. It has been 2 months since the incident with Eto. I just don't want to see him. Anyways, I've been playing Mario Kart Wii a lot. And I've been having a blast. But whenever I pick to play as a Mii, I play as Eto. Why? Why play as him when you don't want to see him? I am not playing Mario Kart on stream. Everybody's gonna hear me cussing significantly more than usual. I get so bad playing, what is it? The one for like I think it was like Game Boy Color or Game Boy, not Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it doesn't say he's forced to. Why is he choosing to play as Eto? We should, Jay, we should play Mario Party on a stream sometime if I can figure out how to get it to work with Discord. Yeah, probably because Eto killed the other Miis. It's actually kind of vaguely implied later in the story. It's not like clear cut telling you, but you can kind of assume that's what happened. My Mii mead mealy. I screamed scaredly and ran outside the house. My Mii. It's some sort of evil me. This is so fricked up and evil. How could this happen? Thank you for this story, girl. Truly horrifying. Okay, he just scares me. Anyway, whenever I play as him, the game crashes and my Wii makes a clicking noise for a bit. My Wii does that. My Wii Wilder makes a fucking clicking noise. Not when when it crashes, but like whenever like it's playing a game, it will just start making a clicking noise and it scares me so bad because I'm so scared it's gonna like break. Eto with Goku. Eto with Goku hair. I don't want to imagine that. Oh my god. Crow, your first Miipasta was glorious. Truly beautiful. I loved it. I loved it very much. Also, Crow, I swear, there have been people who genuinely thought you and me were the same person in that one animatic video. Like, I got an ask on, like, Tumblr, not one, but, like, a couple. It's really funny. We're totally the same person. Totally. Ginny, stop throwing fireballs! So I did the only logical thing to do. Took the Wii to get fixed. I took it to a repair shop, and they said they could figure out the problem in a couple of minutes. So I waited, and waited, and waited, until I heard the repairman scream. I don't think you can really make a noise when you're being electrocuted, but okay. I ran to the room he was fixing it in, and I almost threw up. The repairman was dead on the ground. His body was burned. I looked at the Wii, and that thing had smoke coming out of it. I touched the repairman's body. It was burning hot. Yeah, I'm Louis on an alt, guys. Yeah, sorry, guys. Crow's actually my alt account, totally. I have. Oh my god, I have an alt YouTube account. Why would you touch? Until I heard the repairman scream. Eto's not that fucking scary. No, dude, he's absolutely terrifying. He made me scream and cry and almost died of a heart attack when reading the story first. Paul looks at a dead man and goes, "How do I make this about Eto?" Eto killed the repairman. The world is doomed. I took my hand off him quickly. Actually, yeah, why would you touch the bot? One, you're contaminating the crime scene. Two, there would still be residual, like, electricity in the body. Somehow Eto got something to do with this, with the exploding planet in the background. Yes. Oh my god. Eto is behind every single disaster possible. Anything that goes wrong, blame it on Eto. Yeah, those fingerprints on the Wii weren't yours, but the fingerprints on the body sure are now. Yep, exactly. Eto was behind. Realized you. No. You see, Eto possessed. No, Johnny was Eto. Johnny was Eto, and then Johnny died. I don't know how, but Johnny died and became the fucking Eto Mii. And just decided he's gonna dedicate his life to just terrorizing this one random ass guy named Mike. Like his coworker Mike. Johnny was Eto theory, yes! Eto killed the Earth. Why did he do this? I don't know. Because he felt like it. I took my hand off him quickly. I looked at the Wii, then I whispered, "Eto, you son of a bitch!" If I touched it, I was gonna be next to be shocked. So I grabbed a bat, then started whacking the Wii for dear life. I wouldn't stop until its wires were showing. I don't know, because he just knows. It's son of a mother's goat. Get with the program, Mike. Yeah, seriously, Mike. Well, that was a bit harsh, wasn't it? Okay, but I need to say this. It specifically, blah blah blah. I'm stumbling over my words. It specifically says until its wires were showing. So how the fuck does this thing still work? What the fuck is Eto doing that is keeping this Wii functioning? Then I whacked it so hard that it went flying out the window. I was not gonna go get that Wii. I had to get home from blah blah blah. I am stumbling over my words. Kill me. Maybe he was Johnny all along. Yeah, would explain a lot. Or he just works really fast, don't worry about it. I was not gonna go get that Wii. I had to get home for dinner. So I called the cops and said the repairman died, then booked it for home. That is not how police investigations work. I went in my room when I got home. Oh my god. I flopped onto my bed with fear. Is Eto going to come back for me? I thought, nah, he's AI after all. Maybe. I like the subtle implication that he's not. I'm just gonna I always just say this, he's just a fucking demon at this point. That's the only thing that makes logical sense. Not even question. That makes you look more suspicious. If you expose the wires, you'll be in even more danger of electrocution. Why would you pick it up and throw it? No, okay. In Mike's defense, he hit it so hard with the bat, he somehow knocked it out the window. I'm scared. What did you just send me, JD? Hey, the police. Wait, I need to read this. Hey, police, the repairman here died. And then they come over and they see your fingerprints on the body. What then? I don't know. Eto's drinking all the fucking water. No, Eto. Nobody. He's an AI after all. Nobody tell him. Okay, what the fuck did you send me? Who drew this? No, I need to figure out how to get this onto the stream. No, I need. Somehow Eto got something to do with this. Okay, Emmy did. Okay, wait. Actually, what if I just made it the thumbnail? Wait. Okay, wait. Meipastas reading test stream with a side of whatever the fuck, what the fuck ever bullshit. Yep. How do I do this? I don't understand how do I? Okay. Custom thumbnail. Okay, Eto doesn't really fit. You know, I'm just gonna put it as the Eto got something to do with this. Because it fits perfectly. Okay, it's the thumbnail. What happened to Kane, bro? We don't talk about what happened to Kane. I feel so bad. Dude, okay, that actually had made me cry so hard. Poor Kane. JD, send the beautiful Eto eating the nuclear Miku ramen in the server. Okay, okay, I need to keep reading. We're only even at like halfway through this permanently unfinished story. Well, actually, technically, we're more than halfway since I'm like right at the end of this chapter, but you know. I turned on my PS4 and watched Netflix. I did not want to see that fucking Mii ever again. If I do, I'll make sure the Wii he's in burns. Something something foreshadowing something something. The coffee I'm drinking is so ass. Oh god. I need to get more coffee right now, honestly. I made some earlier, and the cup I have is now cold, and I'm very sad. And my throat hurts, and I want coffee. Something something not if he does it first. Something something something. Yep. Also, oh god, it's nightmare time. The very stilted chapter, and it's just one giant block. We did it. We Eto The Mii. Oh god. I love Eto. This is why I love Eto. Read chapter 1, 2, and 2. 1, 2, and 2 understand this chapter. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's chapter 4. Yep. The real Eto was the friends we made along the way. Okay, from what I was told by Big Box, the reason why there's no paragraphs is because Big Box got lazy when writing the two next chapters. The mandatory nightmare section of the pasta. There are pastas I've written where they have like pretty decent like spacing with the paragraphs, and then they will just have a gigantic paragraph. Thomas joke Eto Mii's sentient theory. Next year's like April Fools is just gonna be like a 3 hour long video of me just saying the most gibberish stuff about how Eto is definitely like I don't know anything, just literally every single theory that was like joked about in here. Okay, but the actual idea that Eto's Mii is sentient is really scary in this circumstance, given how many fucking Miis Eto has killed. This thing would have been put through absolute fucking hell for no fucking reason other than Eto just really wanted to. Which Eto remaster are you referring to, JD? Just making sure. He got lazy. Yeah, we can tell. Eto's Mii watching his possessor burn down a house. Okay, but I actually genuinely am curious about what exactly occurred for the fire to happen. Because that is like probably my favorite part of this character. Because what? Oh, okay, yeah. When that comes out, I'm absolutely doing a reading of it on my channel. Absolutely. 100%. I was asking because there is already, of course, like an actual like remake of Eto that has additional chapters. Something something the OG ass Sonic .exe creepypasta did the same thing. Something something, yeah, it did. Eto put a fork in the Wii outlet and caused a fire. Yes. I'm assuming, okay, my best understanding of what happened is possibly, Mike somehow forgot to turn the Wii off, and it started overheating, and because there's, I don't know, still exposed wires or something. The wires started sparking because Eto decided he wanted to make everything go ablaze, and so he just magically made the sparks happen to set this house on fire. That's my best guess. I don't know. Wait, is it? Okay, I'm gonna try to read this Nightmare chapter, and then I'm gonna read the fourth, and then I'm gonna grab myself a cup of coffee. Hiya, Mike here. It's been 5 years since the incident. Anyway, I'm 21 now. I got my own house now, and I have a PS5. Thank you for this information. A Switch, and a lot more. Yes, I very much want coffee. I really badly want coffee. I am incredibly tired. I took a nap and I'm still tired. I was wandering around the house waiting for my wife to get home, Susie. Why is it at the end of the sentence and not after wife? And I tripped on something in my room. Fuck! I yelled out. I looked at what I tripped on. It was a Wii remote. I was confused. I hate the lack of any fucking commas. There are like a couple, but there's barely any, and it's killing me. It is actually... Okay, the reading on my channel for chapter 3 is so stilted because of the pure amount of, like, periods. There, like, most of the commas are substituted for fucking periods, and it drives me nuts. Grammars for squares. I was confused. I never remembered putting a Wiimote there. I picked it up. The hell is this doing here? Then a dreaded name... then a dreaded name popped into my name. Eto. He must have put this here. Wait, no. He's AI. He can't get out of the console. I think. Actual word vomit. Yes. I'm sorry, I love the fucking line. And then a dreaded name popped into my name. I guess I'm Eto now. I don't remember putting the Wiimote here. Does he know? Okay, but this is another reason why I think Eto is like a demon or something. Because how the fuck did he do this? Okay, where was I? I can barely tell where I was. Shoot. Mike was Eto all along, theory. Okay, what's really funny is I'm not sharing it on stream. I had this really shitty, like, joke AU idea I made while sleep deprived at like 3 in the morning or something. And that was essentially what the AU was. It was just Mike was actually Eto. I don't know why. He's AI, he can't do that. Oh, buddy. Yep. Okay, where was I? He's AI, he can't go out of the... Blah. He's AI, he can't go out of a console, I think. I put the Wiimote in my closet. Then I saw the Wii on top of the moving boxes, with burn and scratch marks all over it. Wait, wasn't it destroyed? I had a shiver sent down my spine. Then, for some reason, I grabbed the Wii and plugged it in. Why? What do you mean, for some reason? You're the one who fucking did it! And an Eto meme popped into his name. It really is just Eto who must have something to do with this, literally. I love seals. I love the weird little noises seals make. Also, Mike is just assuming Eto is AI even though he never gets told. Also, why did he do that? I don't know! Bro doesn't know. He really doesn't. Wasn't it destroyed? And not. Didn't I throw this out the window? Yeah. Yeah, seals are also my favorite. Granted, like, my absolute favorite animals are bugs for the most part. But yeah, I love seals. Hi, JD. I'm scared. I saw, like, notifications from my server. What are you doing in there? His brain is shrinking. Okay. Oh, Dandy's World had an update with the skins. Nice. Oh, my throat is actually, like, burning. Okay, give me a second. I need to get a drink. I don't remember exactly where I was. Oh, no, I do. I grabbed the Wii and plugged it in. It was time to confront Eto. I went to the Mii channel. Nobody was there. I searched around. I found an axe. I clicked on it. The name of it was just axe. Not surprising at all. I lifted it up, inspected it, leaning a little further. Is that blood on it? What is this? Louise Eggling, I'm a full-grown crow. Okay, next time I stream, I'm just gonna have an Eggling version of Dell. Just because of that. Okay, where was I? Leaning a little further. Is that blood on it? Nah, or no, don't think about it. I dropped the axe. Then somebody shoved a Mii below the axe. The axe was stuck in the Mii's head. The Mii let out a scream of agony. The Mii was on the ground, dead. I was shook. Then Eto came out. Oh god. Wait, then Eto came out. Oh my god, Eto's telling us his identity. I don't know. I do like to think that Eto just uses any pronouns though. Eto just does not care.
Thanks for fighting my axe for me.
Eto said, "You bastard!" I cried out.
Aw, I don't like it when they are angry.
Eto said, "They?" I said with a confused face. I don't understand this wording here, because it would imply that, like, Eto is referring to somebody that isn't just a person reacting negatively. It was time to confront Eto, so he burnt down my house. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god, my screen is dying. He plugged the Eto Wii to go confront evil Mii Eto. He Eto'd Eto Lee. About to go confront Eto. I'll post the video later. I'm gonna draw over that meme. I have a version of that with what is it? John taking a picture of Kyle about to go like try to get his Wii back from Sam. Eto's finally coming out. Congrats on the transition. Yes. It was me all along. Your best friend that disappeared long ago. Bro, my house got burnt down. I'm not posting that shit. They pronouns woke in my Wii? Yes. Ooh, scary. Okay, where is it? They? I said with confused face. Eto then said,
You'll find out. You'll find that out soon enough.
Then he dragged the body off screen. Hey, come back here, you freak! I yelled out. I tried to take the camera to Eto, but my Wii glitched out and shut off. Then the Wii started to let out smoke. What the hell? I whispered. Then the Wii let out a big crash sound because I am not reading that out. I covered my ears. I unplugged the Wii. The sound turned off. Then a couple of seconds later, Eto appeared on the TV. Okay, wait a minute. No, because it's not even plugged in. It's not even plugged in. How the fuck did he... Oh, the story drives me crazy. I don't understand what's happening in the story. How did any of this happen? What is written? Look, man, Austin just wants enrichment, and I don't have any other enrichment, and so he just flings himself at the walls. I don't know. You know what they say, when there's smoke, there's fire. And also really evil and twisted Miis or something. Yep, essentially. I unplugged the Wii. The sound turned off. Then a couple of seconds later, Eto appeared on the TV.
Want to see my medals?
He said. Then dead Miis appeared. The place he was in lightened up as well. It was a dimmed Mii channel. Also, I like how okay. If I had a nickel for every single time a Miipasta character had a room that just has a bunch of dead Miis, I'd have 2 nickels. And it isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. There's this one, and there's Weird Mii Fan Game. Or Mii Fan Game Weird and Scary. By, Glitter in Your Carpet, otherwise known as Weird as a Cryptid. And I think that is really funny. That there's just Eto and what is its name? I think it's Cryozax. I think that's its name. Both have like just a bunch of dead Miis for some reason. Austin giving himself multiple concussions for enrichment and entertainment, essentially. Because he's not doing anything with Edeled, so he's not like, I don't know, chucking Edeled somewhere. Though granted, Edeled's also throwing himself at the walls. While Turbo's just on the ground, walking. Never mind! Never mind! Oh god. It was a dimmed Mii channel. You bitch! I said. Eto just smiled, bigger. Then he said,
You're next.
Then the TV shut off. I froze. I had to take a moment to think. Then my doorbell rang. To be continued. Okay, this is really funny to me. And I need to acknowledge it. So, over here is a hidden character. And, here he is. Say hi to him. And even Big Box doesn't know who this is. Nobody knows who this is. This character has 0 relevance to the story. There's nothing in the story that even so much as like brings him up. He's just on this page. He's just on the story page. And this isn't even like on like just my wiki. Like this is actually in the Spinpasta page. Right there. So even Big Box doesn't remember this thing. No, it was added by Big Box. Which is makes it weirder. don't know why it's here. He's just here. You're next. None of us have anything to say about it. Yep. Read chapter 1, 2, and 3 to understand this chapter. Thank you and enjoy. I heard the doorbell ring. I was frightened. I picked up my wooden bat and approached the front door. I swung the door open and lifted my bat. It was my wife, Susie. "Whoa, Tiger, don't swing," she said. "Oh, it's you. Sorry, I've had a rough day," I said before I went to my room to put the bat back. I almost said the axe. I almost said the axe. Okay. Susie started to wash the dishes. "You don't need to do that. I can do it," I said. I thought you said you had a rough day. Come on, sweetie. Go lay down. Tomorrow's another day." I nodded and went to my room and jumped on my bed. I looked at the ceiling for a bit, thinking of him. Ooh, it's definitely this dude that's being referred to, and definitely not this dude. That's that one bisexual meme where it's just, why don't you have a girlfriend or something? Yeah, essentially. Or is it, thinking of him. I was wondering how all those Miis got there. Dude, it's your Miis that he killed off. It's all the Miis you originally had, you dork. And what Eto meant by they, he meant you. I just dozed off, thinking about it. I woke up a couple hours later. It was 10:36 p.m., and my wife was asleep. I had rubbed my head and went outside and drove to the grocery store. I always go to get groceries at around 10 p.m., so we have food in the morning. I got to the grocery store and went inside. It was mostly empty except for a tired cashier flipping a coin, and an old woman in the milk aisle. I went to the food aisle and picked out me and Susie's favorite foods. I was going to the cashier to pay and noticed the TV screen in the middle of my eye. So you just looked up at the TV screen. Yeah, always, every day, groceries, yep. I don't understand middle of my eye. What does that mean? I walked to the TV and the news was on. A house was on fire. Wait, that's my house! I dropped the groceries and drove to my house. I saw Susie coughing next to a firefighter. I asked her, "What the hell happened?" She answered, "Something in the house caught on fire." I looked at my house, burning to a crisp. I shouted in anger, "Fuck you, Eto!" I covered my mouth. "Who's Eto? I mean, Eto?" Susie asked. "I'll explain it later," I said. After the fire was put out, I told Susie all about Eto and what he has done. "So, a evil Mii killed your Mii, and now you set up the Wii just to get rid of him again?" Susie asked. "Yes," I replied. Susie held my hand. We had to move. Again. I like how she just is super calm about this, just very chill, like, okay. She just immediately accepts it. The second Mike says yes. Eto burning down a house because he's bored, yep. Now I'm imagining Eto over that one meme of that girl smiling in front of the printing. I need to draw that. I need to draw that meme, but with Eto. I have an old drawing of Dell over that meme. I don't remember why I drew that, because Dell wouldn't do anything like that. Anyway, that's the end of Eto The Mii. You just got the freaks here. I need to make an Eto Shimiji just for the fun of it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. Del also burning down a house because he's bored. No! Why would you do this? No, Del! Anyway. I can try to squeeze like one more story in. Cause I feel like it. How long is this one again? I could just read the Mii. It's been a while since I read it. Should obviously say, while it is on Trollpasta Wiki, it is not an actual Trollpasta. It is a genuine attempt at a creepypasta. It just got put there because it's dog shit. Miipastas really are silly. Also, hello, Flint. Why would Eto make him do that? Eto forced Del to burn down a house. Totally. I'm gonna have to zoom in for this because there's bigger paragraphs. Oh my god, whoa! Flint has been here secretly the whole time. It's Christmas morning. I wake up before the rest of my family and head to the entertainment room, waiting for everyone to wake up. I peer at the presents, marked "To Cole from Santa." Of course, I know that it's from my parents. They just put that for the younger children. As I wait, I think I hear someone waking up multiple times from my bedroom. I share a room. I hear blankets moving and even see the lights turn on. I then hear 2 footsteps. But then the light turns off and it then repeats. The first time it freaked me out, but as it continued, I decided that it was one of my brothers deciding again and again on whether to head out. Cause my little killjoy, yep. How dare you ruin the spirit of Christmas, little random child named Cole. It's 30 minutes later, and it's me and my brothers in the entertainment room, waiting for my parents to wake up. What we did was talk about what we think each other got. Then I asked one of them about the past event with the lights and footsteps. One of my brothers, Sheeny? Shawnee? How do you... I don't know this name. No, guys, Santa is totally real, guys. Okay, but I don't know how to pronounce this name. Shawnee, I guess. Let me... I'm gonna say probably Shawnee. Because the name without the Y is Sean. So Shawnee says that he woke up once and saw that the lights were on. but that he had no idea who turned them on. After his discovery, he simply fell back asleep. The other two were oblivious. 10 minutes later, and I hear my little 4-year-old sister waking up my parents. Why didn't I think of doing that? As I hear her jumping on their bed, I think to myself that it might have been her trying to wake me and my brothers up. So I decided that the case was closed. My parents in the room with us. Time for presents. So we each take turns opening our own presents. At the end, we open the last two entitled to all of us. There were two. I knew one of them was a Wii U. I knew this because 10 days ago, my parents asked us whether we wanted a Xbox 360 or a Wii U. We easily chose the better console, which was the Wii U. So, of course, I knew one of them was in there. So we opened the first one up, and to the family's surprise, besides my parents, there was a Halo 4 Xbox 360. I was grateful, of course, and even excited. So what? We didn't get a Wii U. We got a kick-ass Xbox. So when I opened the second present, I was quite confused. Inside was a deluxe edition Wii U. You know, the black one. I freaked out with joy. I asked how they afforded this, and they explained apparently a month ago, my grandma had bought the Xbox and mailed it to my parents after they got the Wii U, making us end up with both. Man, I feel spoiled. And that basically ended Christmas morning. The whoa, okay, pal. Oh, ew. Yeah, you should have got Nicole. Come on, it's just a kid. I do want a Wii U really badly, though. I want to play I think it's called like Nintendo Land. It's 5 days later, and me and my brother and uncle are playing Nintendo Land. Yeah, there's Nintendo Land right there. When we turned on the system, we see our Miis, and I chose mine. Then we start the game. But something was wrong. My Mii in the game was taller. He also wore a black shirt instead of blue. This was strange because the Mii in the profile select seemed normal. No one could have possibly messed up my Mii at the time. This gets me angry at my brothers, but I don't mention it. So you know nobody possibly could have edited your Mii, yet you're still angry at your brothers anyway? What? I want a Wii U, leave me alone. I don't think it was that bad. Typical brother stuff, yeah. We keep playing until my Mii stares at us and frowns. The system then turns off. This gets me MOR angry. I check the disc for any scratches, thinking that may have caused it. It was almost perfect besides a few barely noticeable scratches. We started it up again. It has the profile select, and my character is, well, even stranger. It now has a black shirt. It already had a black shirt. It's still taller. But it has no glasses on. But the game doesn't crash this time. By the time my uncle leaves and my brothers are in bed and I'm watching TV, I get bored and turned on the Wii U in hopes to fix my Mii. I select my Mii, and now it has black hair. It used to be dirty blonde. Anyway, And it now has black hair. It used to be dirty blonde. I instantly go to the Mii editor. I select my Mii and a chat bubble pops up and says, "But I don't want to change." What? I try again. This time my Mii looks at me and says, "I don't want to change." And it then shuts down the Wii U. It just makes me angry. I turned the thing on and looked for my Mii. I find it, but its name says Norm. I instantly go to the Mii editor. I select my Mii and a chat bubble pops up saying, "But I don't want to change." What? I try it again. This time my Mii looks at me and says, "I don't want to change." And then it shuts down the Wii U. It makes me angry. I turn the thing on and look for my Mii. I find it, but its name says Norm. I select it and it says, "You are not Norm," and it shuts off. I turned it on again. All the Miis are gone. All but Norm. As I click Norm, it says nothing, but something happens. The light flickers on in my bedroom. Christmas morning continues. I turn on the Wii U myself. The light keeps turning on. I still hear blankets moving, and I still hear footsteps. The pace keeps going faster. I run in there, and the lights turn off. Dead silence. I try to turn it on, but it doesn't work. I'm in what seems to be pitch black. Seems? But there's one light coming from a home phone. It's the typical small green light. I'm freaked out. Then all of a sudden, the light blinks. 3 seconds later, it happens again, and again, and again. After 5 blinks, I realize something. It's not blinking. Something is moving over it. Okay, I actually forgot about this part. Something is in my room, and it's moving in a pattern. I leave the room, keep the door open, and turn on the hallway light. I can see into my room now. I go and take a look around, and the door shuts. I run towards it with a leap. Not locked. I open it, but what I see is darkness. The light is turned off, and in the distance I see a figure. I don't walk closer, but it does. I go I got to my room and shut the door. I try frantically to turn on the light. It eventually does. Thank God. When I turn around, I see the Wii U. It's connected to a broken TV in my closet. I turn it on. On the screen, I see total darkness. Then I see a knob. Then I see a hand reach out and the door open. Then there is light. I realize that this is my room. I instantly turn around and see nothing. I look back at the TV, and all I see is a broken TV and nothing else, as if it were all normal. I can't sleep for the whole night. Yeah, actually, I do wonder why nobody talks about this one. Just like one part. I no longer play the Wii U. In fact, the Wii U scares me. Norm no longer shows up, and my Mii is still gone. My brothers, though, are still there. I haven't told anyone of this incident until now. Ooh, totally very scary. It's really dumb. I don't know. It's the only Wii U one on here. I still need to fix this one. I still need to fix this. Who the fuck is making the Eto page trend? I'm gonna get whoever made it trend. It's not done. Oh god. Trend's daughter and her estranged father. They desire enrichment, but unfortunately Shimijis don't allow me to give them enrichment, so they just fling themselves at the walls instead. that is their problem. It would be cool if there was like an extension to Shimiji's where they could like either interact with each other or like interact with objects. That'd be super cute. Oh boy, enrichment concussions! I love I love these little things. Also, them attempting to clone even though I disabled that ability is really funny. The last time I allowed like them to like mitosis, it literally crashed my device. Dude, I was so obsessed with these things when I was like younger. Ironically, they actually would be the only thing that would keep me actually looking at my screen to actually do my work. Instead of distracting me. I think if you do a stream where you do Miipasta readings and allow your Shimiji's use it to open the stream can go to the pasta is either unreadable or the device explodes. I might. I'm kind of tempted to do that at some point. We'd have to choose one of them because I'm probably not going to be able to have all of them start cloning. Miipasta speedrun. What Miipasta should I read? That's here, or I could read one of Weird as a Cryptid's Miipastas too. I think Ella cloning himself during a Miipasta stream just to crash the device would be fucking gold. Oh my god! Wait, I should make a disease. Shimiji, given disease, starts like my mitosising in the fucking thing for like one episode, and that is to this day my favorite part. Cause why the fuck did he do that? Streetpass Gino is actually Seb's favorite Miipasta. I don't even know why it's called that, because that doesn't even happen in the story. I don't know why it's called that. Human, I remember your street passes. Disease Shimichi that talks as you on stream and kills the device. Literally would do that. I'm just gonna read this one because it got brought up. I wish I knew who actually fucking wrote this story. But it got put onto Trollpasta from a different wiki, and they didn't put the name of the author on the page. I'm so tired of that happening on Trollpasta because it drives me fucking nuts when there are like reposts onto it. Lost the time broke rule. I want to know who wrote this so bad, cause what the fuck is this? Oh my god. Where is my coffee? There it is. More Meatballs to Lost Media. Oh, actually, because, I don't know how many people, like, whoever, like, view these streams, because I noticed that the last one had, like, what is it? 81 views! I just need to acknowledge on the stream the finding with the Eto The Mii. Because Eto The Mii apparently, for, I don't know, anybody that isn't in the fucking server, has a lost chapter in the history. Where is it? I need to find it. Shoot. Where is it? There it is! Right there! No, I didn't mean to edit. I don't want to edit it. I did not mean to click on Big Box's account. I cannot stop fat fingering everything. There we go. That's just that's just there! What was this? I don't even know if I can even ask Big Box, because Big Box doesn't even remember him. So I don't even know how I would ask about this. This is just here. Who is this? I don't know how this relates to anything of the past chapter or any of this, because it's the original version of chapter 4. It got replaced by chapter 4. Like, where is it? Newer edit. Like, see? And they forgot to remove the image. So it's just here on the page. And it's formatting bugged out. Or I guess it did. Because there's like this, which would indicate that it was changed the size. So I don't know what's going on here. I can't tell if it got bugged out or if it was like an intentional thing and like this chapter was deliberately hidden. Because like these edits happened on the same day. And they're both from Big Box. Just one of them is on Big Box's main account because Big Box managed to get their main account for like a day, I think. And then they got stuck back on the Big Box account. Also, Big Box has Pokepastas, and I find that funny. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by the Eto Lost Media. I need to not get distracted by the Eto Lost Media. Eto The Mii if he was in Pokemon. Oh god, don't let him. He'd be like literally any of the legendary Pokemon and just absolutely destroy the world, probably. Okay, I'm gonna start reading. Let me get my other headphone. Okay. I got my 3DS at launch. 25th March, 25 March, or March 25th, 2011. Not fucking 2011X, I'm gonna cry. Do you think his Pokemon name would be Eto Mii? Yes. Yes. Dude, if he had Pokemon, he'd probably be like naming them like the stupidest, edgiest shit that he can think of. Or at least like quote unquote edgy, so like stupid like Razor Blade and shit. Like he'd probably get a Pokemon and name it fucking Razor Blade. Sitting in its blue box, as shiny as any new handheld, it truly was a beautiful sight. I turned it on and sighed with pleasure as the on music played. Needless to say, I spent many happy hours playing with it. There was certainly enough things pre-installed on my 3DS. Face Raiders, a 3DS camera and editor, 3DS sound, which sort of made it into an iPod. Everything there kept me happy, except there was one feature that kind of annoyed me. Streetpass Plaza, specifically Find Me Quest. You know, that game you play to get hats for your Miis to show off to anyone you Streetpass. Bloodblade. Yes. He probably also just named one just Axe. Knowing that his axe is just literally named Axe. Or you just name it after whatever the fuck it is. Like I don't know, Yamper, he just call a dog. That one's my favorite. Everything there kept me happy. Except, oh wait, no, I already read that line. The problem was there was no one to Street Pass. The 3DS was really unpopular at first, and I was forced to use the animals to fight all the monsters. It quickly turned into a grind fest, as they were all pitifully low in level. They also ran off as soon as the monsters tried to attack. Everything in that game runs away if the monsters start to attack. Cowards. I turned Street Pass on every time I went out, but found no one else with a 3DS. Then the price drop happened. I was really peeved at first, but then I was silenced by that flashing green light. Nintendo cutting the price meant that more people were going to buy the handheld. I went from 0 Street Passes to 3 every day. It was incredible to see other gamers pop up on my screen and send little messages. The best benefit of all, however, was definitely in Find Me Quest. You know, I never got past. No, I did get past the main Street Pass, Find Me quest, but I never really got super far in Find Me Quest 2. I don't know what was going on, but my Miis did basically nothing to any of the enemies, no matter how high level they were. It was just becoming annoying. Every time I had Street Passed the same person, their level went up, so dungeons became easier and easier. Within weeks, I had cleared the game twice and had gotten all the hats. Job done. I quickly forgot about the entire thing and left it alone for a few months. I was reminded of the game again when Nintendo decided to make a sequel to it, Find Me Quest 2. More hats! I didn't go out much even back then, so I didn't get that far at all. Yeah, I never really got many people to Street Pass me. My siblings just have their own 3DSs, and that was like the main people I would like have on my thing. But sometimes I would get other people. I wasn't allowed to take the 3DS out of the house for a while, and so I usually just snuck it out. But yeah. I quickly enlisted the help of my old Street Pass friends and got to work, only to be defeated early on in this game. What? Why did it become so difficult? It seemed as though the game had reverted back to being impossible to finish. I focused instead on Puzzle Swap, the other game in Street Pass Me Plaza. Why are you saying its full name? I hate saying its full name. Also, it's Spot Pass. When you pass somebody, it's Spot Pass, not Street Pass. Making 3DS puzzles was fun, but I couldn't forget about Quest 2. Several weeks later, I was sort of looking through the stream of Street Passes. It had become an almost boring activity by now. Name, message, into the plaza. I barely bothered looking. The last Street Passer popped up. That was weird. I've never seen a Mii with gray skin before. Why the fuck is Turbo in your game? I know that they're meaning its favorite color is gray because I read farther ahead, but why did they phrase it like the color of the clothing is their skin? Motherfucker, play something else. Streetpass cannot be this fun. Also turbo. Yep. I don't know. Yeah, why didn't they buy any games? Why were they just playing fucking Streetpass? Like, the dialogue at the start implies that they just don't have any other games. They just have the pre-installed stuff on their DS and have been just chilling with that stuff. I've never seen a Mii with gray skin before. Maybe it was an update I had missed. And the message it gave me was, die, 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 die. I shrugged, put it down, and left it to go into the Mii Plaza. Out of curiosity, I looked at its stats. Unlike every other Mii, this one was genderless. Pride Month is tomorrow. So we have LGBTQ Mii. I forgot that it's a genderless Mii in this story. And be me? Question mark? Yeah, I guess so. No hair either. Of course you're bald. The eyes were the only significant part. Huge black dots covered the top half of its face. No nose was present. And the mouth was nothing more than an eerie smile. The bio information was blank, even down to the name of the Mii and its creator. As I exited, I noticed something which grabbed my interest. The info. The info. Why is there a random period after the info? The info said that I had Streetpass Mii times. It took me a few moments to figure out how I could exploit this. The music of Find Me Quest 2 played as the nameless Mii moved around into position. It raised its sword and its eyes flashed a brilliant red. Instead of the normal message, the words die, 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 die popped up. Exactly the same as the Mii's greeting message. Yeah, you copy-pasted it very clearly. Normally, when a monster was defeated, it did a little animation and puffed out of existence. When the nameless Mii struck the monster, its health bar vanished. A screech burst from the speakers and it fell to the floor, except the monster didn't vanish. The nameless Mii walked over its body and moved on. I was getting a bit nervous now, but I had never gotten past this room before, so I went along with it, confident that I could just turn the 3DS off if anything went really wrong. The same process went throughout every room, even the places that had multiple monsters. The nameless Mii was never attacked. Instead, the message, monster, appeared. Then it was the Mii's turn again. Finally, I reached the second to last room. I defeated the first enemy easily, and the second one stepped over its body. After defeating that one, at last, I had reached the final boss. A worried look crossed the nameless Mii's face. It struck, but this time the health bar barely went down. The monster struck and the nameless Mii fled, sword falling. I huffed irritably. So the nameless Mii is not perfect? No matter, I'll just try again. I closed my 3DS and went to my friend's place to hang out. When my friend went to use the bathroom, I decided to pull my 3DS while I waited. Since I was able to take down any monster easily, I never needed the other option, magic. The type depended on the color of the Mii's clothes. This one's clothes were gray. So it wasn't its skin, it was his clothes, see? I don't understand why you would describe it as skin. I had no idea what it did. I found out all too quickly. The Nameless Mii raised its arms and the entire room became foggy. All I could see now were the avatar's black eyes. They flashed a malicious red for a moment, and there was a loud, painful screech. When the fog cleared, all that was left of the monster was a pile of bloody limbs. The Mii stood there, smiling, as the prisoner I had to free walked over. It was my own Mii, the one I used to street pass with a crown. She stared in horror at it. Then she looked at me with the default expression for sadness. The screen turned gray once more. Wait! I yelled. The words die, 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 die briefly covered the screen. When everything was clear again, the monster's limbs had joined to the Nameless Mii. The Nameless Mii began to look at me. I turned the 3DS off. It was too much at this point. I threw the handheld and didn't check to see if I broke it. That night, I had trouble getting to sleep. The next morning, I was awoken by a loud thumping on my door. I sat up and watched in disbelief as a sword smashed through the door. My heart thumped. My vision was dimmed by the gray fog filling the room. I could hear the words, die, 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 die. I'm going to cry. Just as I felt myself being slaughtered, I woke up from this nightmare. That's right, I thought to myself, as I remembered. I had forgotten to grab my 3DS when I left my friend's place. I was to meet up with my friend that afternoon for a group activity. I was sure my friend would bring my 3DS, although I wasn't sure if I really wanted it back. I had called my friend and left a voicemail message. That's strange, my friend wasn't around all day. After some other friends and I got together, it turned out that no one has seen or heard from my friend since last night. I began to panic. I rushed over to my friend's neighborhood, only to be blocked by police. Something had happened that night, and there was an investigation going on. All I could think of was die, 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 die. By the way, this got read by some ordinary gamers. If that's just information that I know of, purely because the Trollpasta wiki linked the now gone video, and there's an archive of it. Oh god. Also, by the way, Felix is finally here. I don't know what happened to him the last reading stream. The last reading scream. Oh my god, I am tired. Reading scream where you scream as you read. Yes. I like this one Miipasta literally just called Wii Sports. I will save you. Okay, thank you. I like that there's just a Miipasta called Wii Sports. There's Wii Sports, and then there's me. Yeah, I'll read. I quickly deleted you. I don't want to read deleted you on stream. I might actually do a whole reading of the main We Deleted You stories if I felt like it. Yeah, just me. Also, hello. Oh, actually, if any of you guys have seen, I think this is the one I'm thinking of. If any of you have seen those videos that, like, what is it called? Like, where they corrupt, where the cup guy corrupts, like, a bunch of different Wii games. That's what, like, half of this story feels like. The GH coffee guy who corrupted like Wii Sports. That's what like half of this feels like. It feels like it's describing that. One time I was playing Wii Sports. I wanted to try golf, so I turned my Wii on. Then I chose Wii Sports. Then the menu came up. It was a game menu that has training and Wii Fitness. I then started to click on golf. Then I also had to choose a Mii to play with. I clicked on my Mii. Please stop using periods as commas. I am begging. Oh my god! And the game started. But then I realized that there are no difficulty levels to choose. It just went straight to the first hole. Okay, the game just kept going. The music was slow and dark, and the Mii was just a flashing pixel. Then I saw the Mii swinging the golf club back and forth. Then the club just froze in mid-air as I practiced and practiced. When I made the Mii whack the golf ball, he wouldn't swing. When I released my grip, the Mii swung so hard he couldn't see the background. Why? He couldn't see, the Mii couldn't see the background? It's so stilted. It's so absolutely stilted. Grammar's dead, yep. The Mii swung so hard he couldn't see the background. The golf ball flew in mid-air and it landed on the fairway. I also had to double push the A button to go to the next stroke. I then swung the iron club at the golf ball, and then it landed on green. Then there was a long pause. Just then, I heard the Wii Sports theme playing during golf. Anyway, I've gotten a birdie. Then suddenly the game froze, and some text appeared, and it said, "If you wish to go to the next hole, you must first put back the flagpole." At this point, the game continued, but then I realized there was a boxing game to play, so I started playing boxing. I was boxing Matt the boxing trainer. But then I realized there was no one else there. I punched Matt in the face, and all of a sudden, he started to punch me back. Yeah, that's how it works. Blood was splattering onto the screen. I nearly got sick because it looked real, like the Mii's actually bleeding. I started to punch Matt right in the body. Usually the announcer would say, "knockout," but the game just went to the instant replay. I won boxing and had beaten the champion. Then my Wii just stopped. Then I heard a slow timeout sound. Oh, I was freaked out. I then saw a picture of myself as a Mii, and I was wearing a purple shirt. Suddenly, it started to melt off the screen, whatever the fuck that means. I screamed and cried. You sound like a TTS voice. Honestly, that's what I'm trying to do at this point, because it is really hard to read it in any other way. It doesn't even feel like a creepypasta, it just feels like pure nonsense to me. Yeah. Also, hi, Akira Gotar. I don't know how do I pronounce your name? Genuine question. I don't know how to pronounce your name. How do you scream and cry from that? I don't know. Where was I? Oh my god. When I went to the back of the TV to fix my Wii, there were words written in blood saying, "What have you done?" Then what made me jump is that the Mii's were there and completely arranged. And in front was Matt. A Mii popped onto the screen and screamed at me. His mouth just opened and it went raw. It was blood-curdling. Slowly the Wii logo rose up as if someone was lifting it, slammed onto the ground, just smashing into pieces. Just then, I heard the Wii Sports theme play out in the hallway, with the loud counting. Could it be from Wii Sports? Wait, no, it was in my head. I just thought to myself, oh well, more Wii games for me. Oh, okay, Akira got art. Oh, okay. Okay, I can see that. Do you guys like the story? Do you guys like Wii Sports? I sure love the creepypasta Wii Sports with a bunch of periods instead of commas. And this is Eto The Mii all over again. Eto The Mii Chapter 3. I don't know how this counts as a creepypasta. It just exists. It's apparently supposed to be scary. I love creepypastas because there's always like a bunch of gold like that. Especially ones that are like more niche than other subgenres. So they have less creepypastas. Oh, there's one that isn't on here that I was informed about called Wii U Nightmare. And I mentioned them in the character from it in the server a few times named Lowell, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's what Lowell is from. It's also where my Mii's name is Tomato came from. Okay, let me go and find it because it's on Trollpasta. Which one of you are from Trollpasta? So I can just easily search this up. Why does that link to the history page? Okay, I need to fix that. Wii U Nightmare. There we go. Yes, my son's home. Yep. Introduction. My name is Olivia. You may not agree with me, but the Wii U is one of my favorite modern Nintendo consoles of all time next to the Switch. Oh god, I am feeling exactly the response to that as there was to the Mii. Yes, it had a bunch of crappy shovelware on it, but it just had this charm to it, and it wasn't all bad. It got really fun games like Wind Waker HD and Mario Kart 8. Speaking of those games, it was a Wednesday. I had just gotten home from school and got ready to play Mario Kart 8 as usual, but that night something weird happened. I like how they're actually like chaptered by the game. Mario Kart 8. One day I was playing my favorite game, Mario Kart 8, when all of a sudden the game glitched out and reset my Wii U. Weird colors were everywhere, and I found it strange. The game and my Wii U had been working fine up until now, and it seemed to work fine after that. However, on an online match, a glitch player appeared, and his name was gibberish, and it said he was from France. His Mii had black eyes, black messy hair, and pale skin. He had a frown, and he looked like he was crying. I had no idea how that is possible in the Wii U Mii Maker. I found it odd, as that doesn't normally happen, and I stayed stayed anyway out of sheer curiosity. The scariest part of this troll boss, this is the French dude. Hi, haunted reporter. The round started, and the track was Electrodome. As soon as the glitch player appeared on screen, oh my god, I need to stop saying scream, the game crashed. And what was odd was that same player would appear on every server I joined. The name would be different every time, but the Mii would be the same. I told my sister about this, because she's a lot better with games and technology and whatnot. Not even she could explain it, and thought I was lying. I would play the game with her, but for some reason the glitch player never showed up. So she just thought I was pulling her leg. I gave up. This kept going on for months, until the glitch player disappeared. Then another player kept appearing whose name was Help Me. Oddly enough, there were other people who kept showing their names were I'm and Trapped. Help me, I'm trapped. Weird. Wind Waker HD. An NPC kept appearing which looked exactly like the Mii from Mario Kart, but in Wind Waker style. I'm actually curious about how that would actually look like. He kept saying, "Help me, I'm trapped, get me out of this living hell." He wasn't a glitch, he was something. Something I don't know about. The mysterious game. One day, some game appeared on the Wii U menu. It was called My Home. I opened the game. It was just a black room, with the Mii staring at me. It was staring into my soul. After about 3 minutes, a text box in French appeared. I don't know how to pronounce French. I'm not gonna try. I'm so sorry. I don't want to, butcher that. I put it in Google Translate, and it said, "Will you be the one? Will you be the one to free me, Olivia?" I have no idea how he knew my real name, because my Mii's name is Tomato. Okay, wait. My Mii's name is Tomato. Maybe he heard it while I was talking to myself to motivate myself. Like, "Come on, Olivia, you can do it," kind of thing. Then he got up. He started to tap on the screen. "Can you hear me?" he said. No text boxes. It was an actual voice. He even had a French accent. I'm not even attempting that. I'm so sorry. "The title may say My Home, but I don't want this to be my home. She is hiding me from you," he said. "My sister?" I asked. "Yes," he said. My sister was pretending that he wasn't there. I quickly dragged my sister into the bedroom so she could see this. "You're not supposed to see that," she said. She immediately turned off the Wii U, then left the room. I quickly turned it back on and returned to the game. "Tell me more about this," I said. Then a text box appeared and it said, Why are you throwing Oh, I thought for a second you were throwing tomatoes, and then I remembered that the fucking Mii's name is Tomato. "Speaking of We Deleted You, a new We Deleted You song is supposed to come out today, apparently." What? I don't know what that means, but alright. Bilingual swag, I think. Yeah. Why did the sister leave with no pushback? I don't know. That confuses me too. It all started when the Wii U arrived. You immediately plugged it in. You let your sister try it while you were gone. Then she found me. She was hiding me from you ever since she found me, because she thought it would ruin your life. She also told me you were very mean. But now I finally get to meet you, and you seem like a nicer person. Nicer than your sister, anyway. I felt bad for the poor guy. I didn't even know his name, but I started feeling all sad inside for him. I then got my hammer, smashed the Wii U, and inside was a keychain of a character that looked exactly like the Mii, but less pale, and his hair was less messy and brown. It had the name, it had a name written on the back, Lowell. Why motherfucker, he's in... Lowell is literally physically in the Wii U. Not possessing it, just a physical keychain in the Wii U. After I woke up the next day, there was a box and a letter in front of my door. Thank you so much. I have a gift for you so I can repay you, Lowell. I opened the box and it was a new Wii U. I checked inside, no keychain, nothing out of the ordinary. It was a normal Wii U, with all the games I had on there. It also came with Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii. So that was nice. Thank you too, Lowell. Yeah, I like Lowell. I don't know what's going on with this story, but I like Lowell. That's it. That's the whole story. It didn't show up in my searches for Mii's on here. What do they have? Weapons and electric chair in the Wii. Okay, the weapon technically came from the hospital hallway. The electric chair, I have no idea. I don't know why they have an ECT. It's not even a chair, it's a table. It's an ECT table. I don't know why TMC depicted it as a chair, because it's not a chair, and it's never described as a chair. It is supposed to be an electroshock therapy or electroconvulsion therapy table. It's actually what the rubber mouthpiece is for, because it's for when you're like on the table and when they're doing the shocks, what happens is it causes like seizures. It induces seizures. That's why it's called electroconvulsion therapy. And so it's basically to prevent any damage to your mouth when you're being shocked and going through those seizures. So yeah, they butchered Seb's story. I don't like how Kyle is in Seb's story either. I don't like how they went back on part 3. Like, it feels like part 3 does not need to be there. Because it doesn't do anything. Kyle just kind of goes back to how he was in part 2. It feels like part 3 just didn't happen. Of Kyle's story. Electric chairs aren't utilized for ECT, that's so stupid. Yeah, technically in the past, there were instances with a chair, but it doesn't, they don't do that. They haven't done that for a very long time, and it wasn't implemented as a chair in, like, 2006 to 2016, which is when the story takes place, so I don't know what's up with the electric chair. I know, like, a lot of stereotypical stuff typically depicts ECT as using a chair, but I don't know. It's so dumb. Maybe they modeled them. The only thing is, with the... I don't understand... Okay, the hallway in and of itself is confusing. Because it's like, who made that? Where did it come from? From what I don't know if like I was given correct information or not, but from what I was told, that Austin made the hallway, apparently. So I don't know. Possible. I barely understand what I was explained to about what the original thought with the hallway was. and I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. Yes, the electric chairs are more execution devices. Anyway. Which one should I read next? I should really get like an like one of those colorful spinner things. I was in eBay one day and I saw Tomodachi Life. My friend talked and talked about it, so I decided to buy it. Well, when it arrived, I was so excited that I ripped it open and threw it into my DS. I opened it and finally I'm able to see it. The island was really dark. It was because it was night, right? Wrong. The was dark and the building was torn. Also, I couldn't add any Miis. What's the deal? So I went to the apartment and wow, everything was torn. Sweet Neptune, it's all one paragraph! Yep! I love this one Miipasta from Reddit. It's so good. The Miis looks really sad. Oh wait. No, I was right. I clicked on one. Harold. He was on the floor crying. Harold, are you okay? I asked. No, Harold cried. This is the deleted island. I am confused. The deleted island? Yes, when a Mii or island is deleted, they come here. Why? So they can be kept somewhere. I started to cry. This is so sad. So I went to buy them food to make them happy. Welcome to the food. The box head said, "Hello, can I have some food?" Boxhead sighed. Yeah, I went shopping and I only saw rotten food and ruined meals. Oh my god, deleted island, my favorite. Yep. Where's the food? We only have leftovers. Also, it was 100000093939374836 for rotten milk. Why? I said. Because we have no food. I started to cry a lot more. Come on, they need clothes too. I went to the clothes store. Bogshead was also there. The only clothes they sold was ripped all up. Bogshead, I cried. No clothes! So the apartment shop was the same. I decided to call Nintendo. Hello, there is something wrong with my copy. It's the deleted island. Then my mom had a heart attack. What? Why? I yelled. I cried a lot more. And when I came home from the funeral, I called Nintendo again. Nintendo. I called Nintendo. When the 3DS is old, we can't do anything. No update, goodbye. Oh, I hate that man. I went to the game again and Harold was gone. I asked a Mii named Jenna and she said, he's dead. The graveyard. I went to the graveyard. So many dead Miis. Kenneth died of. I'm not saying that on a stream because I'm going to be struck down. Can Mii's do that? Harold died of starve. I thought Mii's couldn't died. I asked Jenna. She said only once we are 900 months old. Just then Jenna grew old and all of her bones broke. I got really scared and ripped out the cart and smashed it. I heard a cry of pain. I killed all of the Miis. No! This is my favorite Miipasta. I love whatever the fuck this is. My profile picture is so glorious. You can tell when this was made because Austin doesn't have hair. Also, I like how all the activity on here is just me. Bald. That one, SpongeBob clip. All these Miipastas, the Miis need to get their hair loss prevention. Damn. Yep. I don't. Why are so many bald? Why are so many bald? It drives me crazy. I mean, it makes them easier to draw, but why? Read his wife. I want to look at wife for a moment. I'm not reading this on stream, given the contents, but I want to see my wife. Where is my wife? There's my wife. Will you load? Wife. It's my wife. I love Mr. Happy very much. I keep mentioning it like everywhere, but I really find it interesting that he's a easygoing optimist. Like, that is interesting to me. Given they're supposed to be like genuine and truthful and stuff. I added him to my Tomodachi Life game. Nice! I have him in my file too. He break dances in front of like my Mii all the time. We also had a child. It was literally just a duplicate of him. It was really funny. I love little Haven very much. Haven is so little and silly. So cute. I'm normal, I swear. I love the will of your creation. I actually got Crow. I asked Crow to like do a couple lines for this to read out all of Conscious's lines. I love the will of your creation. It's so fucking good. It's actually kind of surprising to me that this is like the first story by this person, because this is actually pretty decent for what it is. This is genuinely my favorite Miipasta. If I were to like actually give like a genuine answer that isn't just dying happy, even though that one is a favorite, like this is a different one that is like a really big favorite of mine. I'll read it, because why not? Warning of that though. I have many friends, but I only know 2 who had a Nintendo Wii. One of theirs broke, and the other got a Wii U, so he sold his old Wii. I still have mine, and have a lot of Miis on it. I never really created Miis on the other than to represent my friends and family who play on it. Still, there are a few I don't use. Some friends that moved away, a copy of my Mii, and a random character that I think was meant to be a joke, created by my uncle. These characters are in the Mii parade currently, or that's what I thought. 2 days ago, I inserted Wii Sports and selected to do some bowling. Once there, please use the right there. I noticed that there was a character I hadn't made.
Let me grab my other headphone. He looked like the basic skin, but with long black hair, solid black eyes, and an awkwardly placed nose. Hovering over it, I saw it was called Conscious. Thinking it was a joke, I selected my character and started bowling. After about 5 rounds, I wanted to try something. Early in the game, I had found out that if you bowl the ball backwards, everyone jumps in a circle. However, I wanted to try and do the other bowling lane, where you bowl in the lane of the person next to you and everybody laughs. So I did it, but there was no laugh. Instead, a lone voice and an angry shout was heard, and then the game continued. Puzzled, I threw the ball backwards to see what my audience was, but instead, I found no one. When the game resumed, there wasn't any music chatter or other bowlers, except one. The person on the opposite lane of where I threw the side lane bowled a strike. He then looked at me and spoke in a deep tone. How could you? You created these people. You gave them life. Yet you toy with them like they're clay. I know what you've done. Kind of freaked out, I exited and went to the Mii menu. I found the character and dragged him to the Mii parade. I dropped him in and followed him, but he wasn't running. None of them were. They were all looking at Conscious, who was looking at me. You control their thoughts and movements. You force them to stand in line, do what they're told. In games, they have broken bones, jumped into lava, and fallen off buildings for you. They see you as their god, but what do you do when you're done with them? Put them here, to run for eternity. No more. Conscious pulled out a sword and swung it into the head of the Mii. The Mii's head was cut in two. The remainder of Mii started running, like they would in the Mii parade, but they just ran in a circle to be met with the blade of Conscious. I exited the Mii parade and left the Mii channel, but a voice rang out. Even worse, when you think that they're a lost cause, you simply abandon them. I am the will of your creation, and I will end you. I was suddenly sucked back into the Mii channel, where I saw Conscious in the main screen. He was surrounded by dozens of Miis lying on the ground, decapitated, cleaved in half, or stabbed through the head. Conscious had massacred every single one of them. He then looked at me. I've freed them from the will of you. Now you have no control over them. Conscious then pulled out a rock and threw it at the screen. Suddenly a figure fell down. It was me, a Mii that looked more like me than the one I created for me. He had a bloody mark on his head and was lying on the floor. Conscious walked over to it, picked it up, and stared at the screen. And you think you're a god. He plunged the sword into the Mii's stomach again and again, blood spewing from the wound. I started to feel stomach pains, far worse than anything I have ever imagined. The room started to go black. Conscious dropped to the now dead Mii and stared at me one more time. I have freed them, and now I shall free myself. See you soon. Conscious stabbed the sword through his head and dropped through the ground. I saw him still looking at me with a smile on his face, as if he enjoyed the thought of death. The last thing I saw before I blacked out was my Wii shutting itself off. I like the concept of this story a lot. I really do. I think it's a neat concept. Short and sweet, I'd say, yeah. For like a first story, I think it's pretty good. Like I had gotten Crow to read out Conscious's lines for a reading of it, so hopefully that will be up at some point soon. I forgot that I attached the Eliza image in both Test 15 and Eliza. And so so I'm just being stared at by two of her, and then there's just Eto. There's Eto and there's Meto. Let me read one of Weird as a Cryptid stories. Oh, Miipastas Wiki finally shows up in search results! Yay! That actually makes me really happy, what the fuck? Pick one that's your favorite. Okay. I'll pick the one that's my favorite. Let me pin this. How do I pin this? Let me pin my message! There we go. Where is Grim Reaper? There's Grim Reaper. What the fuck? What? Hi? I'm sorry. I just noticed that. Why is there a bloody cookie? I just noticed it, and I just had to look at it. I'm sorry. Okay. Dear Nathan, I remember when you'd created me. I remember why. I was your marker, your reminder that death was coming, but that it wasn't so bad. You'd been through many slumps, like everyone else. I understood that. I understood you. But what I don't understand is why you killed me. June 2018. I had been hanging out with friends at the time, hosting a barbecue like I always enjoyed doing. Your lookalike always loved the food I made, and I loved seeing him happy. It made me believe I was making you happy. You'd logged on that day, and I could tell right off the bat you were upset. By what? I couldn't exactly see just yet. But I would come to find out that yet another someone was dead. I felt so sad for you, but you seemed so mad at me. I didn't get it. It wasn't my fault. You made me how I was. I couldn't change my name to make you happier. I couldn't change myself to make you happier. I couldn't do anything. And you got rid of me. Did you even know how much that hurt to be erased? I could feel myself being torn apart, piece by piece, sense by sense. My eyes burned until I ripped them out. My entire mouth and throat felt like sawdust. My skin felt the air like razor blades. My ears only heard static, and my nose was all too cold to take anything in. I cried the entire time I was in that cold place. That small black box, shaking and cowering like a wuss. All I wanted to know was why. Why did you do it to me? Why were you so mad at me? I felt all of that agony until I couldn't feel anything at all. Until I couldn't tell if I was still a physical object, stuck with my own thoughts. You had tortured me all because I was a reminder that death was coming, and there was no true way to stop it. No true way to stop me. Even when my senses died, I did not. My thoughts and emotions were all I had left in that box of nothing. My sadness, my self-loathing, my countless apologies that I hadn't been able to cheer you up, that I couldn't have just not existed in the first place to make you so angry, morphed into hatred. I had done nothing wrong after all but exist. Why should I have to apologize for simply existing? You had made me. It was your choice. You were God, and I was nothing more than a me to you. I hadn't a clue how I was going to escape. I had no senses from them being deprived for so long. But I then felt something inside me, similar to nausea. I wanted to throw up. My stomach and other organs felt so full. And after that, I suddenly felt so empty, like all my insides had vanished, and I was just a shell, flesh. And then I felt it. It was numb and barely there, but I felt it. A flat surface beneath me. I desperately felt around more, overwhelmed with feelings, both physically and emotionally. I was so happy I could finally feel again, and yet I still couldn't see. That one, I blamed myself. I had ripped them out because they burned and itched too much. The numbness started to fade, and I wish it hadn't. My mouth hurt so badly, and in the back of my throat, I could taste blood. Feel it on my hands, coming from my mouth. I could only blame the self-mutilation on myself. I hated that sawdust texture so much I had chewed up my own tongue and couldn't process the pain. I could only wonder what else I had done to myself. I couldn't see. I needed eyes. And I could feel them forming inside me. That sounds awfully cryptic, doesn't it? I'm not sure how to truly describe what I felt at that moment. But I can use a metaphor. A tumor quickly growing on your brain and filling your eye sockets. But I didn't have a brain or any other organs. The void had replaced them so I could escape. Eyes are organs. Oh, go away. Eyes are organs. Eyes and skin are organs. You have organs. And when I could see, I wish I hadn't. There were so many morphing colors and shapes. It was a million truths, a million lies. It was quick and slow, hard and soft, bright and dim. At that point, I had just curled up into a ball and sobbed. I wished for my old life, and that was never coming back. I had died, but sacrificed my internal organs to live. I was nothing on the inside, but was everything on the outside. And then the eyes retreated. I looked up and saw nothing. I felt calmer, standing up and getting hit with a load of dizziness. I stumbled aimlessly until I hit a wall, leaning against it. My shell couldn't handle it anymore, and I threw up onto the floor. I don't know what I threw up, but I think I'd rather not know. I leaned against the wall, panting without lungs. I figured that if this was going to be my life, then I might as well adjust to it. So I felt around until I felt a door. Grabbing the handle, I opened it and walked out. I was doing just fine. Until I felt your presence again. I heard your gasp, your shock. I used my eyes for just a moment to see where you were before facing you, letting them go again. I couldn't see you, but I could tell you were confused, shocked, surprised, maybe even scared. After all, I was still your reminder that death was coming, and there was nothing you could do about it. You tried to erase me again, didn't you? But I was already made. I had already made a trade with the void. You could no longer get rid of me. I stood in front of you as you tried and tried to get rid of me once more, but to no avail. I was going to be there for the rest of your life, and there was no getting rid of me. You truly tried to live with me, didn't you? Tried your best to not interact with me specifically. But I was always there, Nathan. You had chosen this. You made a reminder, and I was meant to be a good message for you. But you tried to get rid of me, to tell yourself that death was not coming anymore, that there would be no more of it, no more of me. But that isn't quite the truth, is it? I was always going to be there, always going to happen. You hated seeing me so happy with your Mii friends, didn't you? You hated that I was happy and you weren't. I'll admit, I felt a bit smug about it. And who wouldn't? You had tortured me, and now I could get back at you for it, even if not as much. I hope you have nightmares about me, Nathan. I hope that you have spent every waking moment thinking about me, hating that I was happy and that you couldn't do anything about it. Death is everywhere you go, isn't it? Death is me. I am death. I am everywhere you go, sitting in the back of your mind to remind you that I am there, that I will always be there. You seem to forget that message, didn't you? Oh, I couldn't let that happen. Not in a million years. So, I killed off a few Miis. They meant a lot to you, didn't they? And that just made it sweeter. I waited in my apartment for a while, and as I expected, you showed up. And you yelled at me. I remember your exact words. You killed them! Bring them back now! Etc., etc. You yelled and yelled, and I simply stared in silence until you cut yourself off. You must have thought you sounded so stupid, didn't you? Yelling at your electronic device like you'd lost the game. I played stupid for a bit, pretending like I was innocent. And hey, you probably would have believed me, but I didn't stay silent for long. They were just Miis, weren't they? I said, surprising you. The shock on your face was evident, obvious, I continued. After all, you killed me, and I'm simply just a Mii, aren't I? I had pulled up my eyes purely so I could see your face, and it was worth it. I could see through all the warping colors and shapes of your face, your utter guilt. You made me this way, Nathan. I was never meant to be your enemy, I continued. But you hurt me, and for that, I will make sure that I am in your head, one way or another, for the rest of your life. And when you die, you will understand that I am not evil. I am nature. I am death. Forever, death coming. I like this story. It's long. It's long too, and there's a additional part, but I don't want to read it right now because my family just got home. Oh shoot.